Okay, good morning, everyone. Let's narrow it down in the stock market. We're looking for trade ideas that make us money. So if you guys are new to the channel, we're going to use technical analysis really to narrow down what the charts are telling us where the market's likely to go. We have no guarantees in this thing, but it's all about the probabilities, and that's what we're trying to play here. So I'm going to start off today with triple Qs. And guys, as I go along, drop me a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. Helps the channel. I put in effort. You guys put in effort. We work together. Hopefully we all come out ahead. All right. And triple Qs, tech sector. So the thing that I'm really looking at daily right now, we're starting to break this. All right. A couple things that I see. One is, we started the big uptrend line or the downtrend back here in the first part of the year. We had a counter trend bounce. We've pretty much almost faded that entire bounce at this point, and it does look likely that we are heading down to fade the entire bounce. All right, if you do that, that's pretty bearish to fade the entire rally. It just means that this is likely a bear market, and this was a counter trend bounce. All right, so watch for that. Obviously, we're got to go down towards that 318 on the hourly here. This is really what I'm really focused on here. So you'll see here, we're today dipping down and making a new low, and they still are trying to hold this bullish divergence on this hourly chart. So you'll see right here on the RSI and the PPO, they're trying to hold that to where we're making a higher low. All right, you'll see that right there. See how it's a higher low than before? All right, so any more downside from here, and this is really what I'm focused on, any more real downside today, and we should take out that bullish divergence. It'll look like this. More downside, we should come down, make a new lower low in the momentum, no longer have the bullish divergence. And at that point, the bulls don't really have anything to hold on to, and we should just see pretty much a pretty swift move down to the next level of support, which is about that 318.50. So in the short term, that's what I'm looking at. And on IWM small caps, small caps doesn't look the exact same. You've got some bullish divergence. Well, you don't really have bullish divergence because we haven't made a new low, but we're just kind of holding this range right here. So this one, I just need to see these lows get taken out. 180, 188. We take those out, we're probably going much lower. Also, you probably could watch this 192.50 because there was lots of reactions around there. You take that out, you're likely heading down to these lows and much lower. So that's what I see there. SPY. Again, the big takeaway here on the SPY is we hit the 200 yesterday, the 200-day simple moving average, clean rejection, followed by more selling today so far this morning. So in general, that's confirmation that this is a reversal or a rejection. Yesterday's price action also, if you look at it, was a bearish engulfing candle. And so far today, we're getting that confirming selling. So here's the candle. All right, it engulfs really the previous two candles. That's a bearish engulfing, and you want to look for, on bearish engulfing, you want to look for a confirming candle, more selling basically to follow, and that's what we have so far today. Again, if you guys are interested in learning this, I teach candlestick analysis in my course along with a lot of other concepts. Check that out, and I priced it affordable for all, so check that out if you're interested. Link in the description below. All right, so SPY, more selling, all right? The other thing I want to roll back to on Qs, sorry guys, jumping around, this is how my brain works. On triple Qs, if I go to the weekly chart here, bigger picture stuff, but it's important to keep this, keep these charts in at least in your head. This is your bull trend in the tech sector, triple Qs, going back to 2009, and you'll see I have that marked out, lots of tags of support and resistance. And at the end of the day, and even we could probably even move that up to something like that, and we could just say that this failed in 2018 and the Fed stepped in to recover it, and it failed again during COVID and the Fed stepped in. That makes sense as well. But at the end of the day, look where we're at. As I zoom in, you can see we're starting to break back into the top of this channel. Now, we did once before here back in March, and they recovered it the following week. Let's see what this week looks like. Do they break back down? Do they hold it right there at the weekly? What's going to happen? But a break back within this range, this channel, I think it's going to signal that we're actually going to head to the bottom of the channel over time. And that makes sense with the support level that I have right now at about 298 down to, maybe this trend line, something like that. All right, so that's where I'm thinking we're going. Probably won't take too long, couple weeks, down here to about 298, 300 in the triple Qs. Okay, the financials, we're down here at 36.74 again. So looking at the hourly, once again, down in the area where the bulls are going to try to defend. They're really trying to defend that 37, all right? Now, it does dip below periodically, but they seem to, the last couple times we've been down in this range, they step in and buy at this area. So look for that. I'm not anticipating it. I don't know if we're going to be able to recover it this time. We might fail, but that'll just be another signal. If you can't hold 37 and we sell off impulsively from here, that's another signal that we're likely going to get a strong sell-off in the market. So watching that on the financials, that's key. And oil, XLE. So oil looked like it failed yesterday, and we actually had a sell signal. I pointed that out in the comment with that one stock I've been watching, DVN. I'll cover that here in a second. But oil, let's go to the daily chart. You can see here's XLE, the oil. This is the oil service sector. And you can see clear uptrend line there. At the top of the trend, started to put in negative divergence on the RSI and the PPO. So clean negative divergence. And we broke trend. Now, not the most impulsive break, but as long as we can hold down here, and likely more selling today would be the best, then we'll call that a sell signal. I did take a short on it yesterday because we broke trend. It was relatively clean enough of a breakdown, and I'm looking for more selling today. So far, pretty weak bounce. With the selling that took place yesterday, you'd expect there'd be some dip buyers, especially since oil's been so strong. But you can see that as of right now, the dip buyers are being met with more selling. So looks like we've got a sell signal on oil. And then looking at this DVN one, sell signal as well. I've got kind of two trend lines. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. We're just going to call it this one here. So on this one, you've got the lows of November 20 or about October 2020. So long time frame, clear tags of support on this trend line. Okay, this one broke, but look where it closed. Closed pretty much right on the trend line right there. So basically that's a reaction. There's another one. There's another one. We closed right at support, right in this area. One little false break right here, kind of a bear trap. That happens sometimes. There's another reaction. And so far today, we broke, yesterday we broke. Not the most impulsive selling. I would like to see more selling today, or at least to hold kind of in this range. Ideally, we don't close above this level right here at 61.17. I'd like to see us close the day and the week below that level, and more selling, obviously, the better. I did short this one yesterday as well, looking for more selling. On this one, first level of major support I see is right about here, 50-50, we'll call it. So I think if we're going to sell down, we're going to move right down to that level. You'll probably want to step in and cover your short a little bit ahead of that target, but that's my current target. And from where we're at now, that's a move of about 17%. So yeah, that looks like a good one to me. Probably a little bit more downside, but I think that'll probably be your first reaction zone. All right, gold. So gold is selling down towards the bottom of the range, 1918. I think gold is going to make a trip down to this 1840 area right down here. All right, so I did sell out of most of my miners yesterday just because of the breakdowns, the sell signals that we got in a lot of these mining stocks. You'll look at the GDX here. You'll see there was a clear uptrend line right here. We were watching this trend line. We were long this trend line waiting for a potential breakdown, but until we got that breakdown, I just stayed long. We did have the negative divergence in play, so you'll see that the momentum was dropping off while price was moving higher. So it was definitely, I kept talking about how there is a setup for this to break down, but we don't have a sell signal. Sure enough, we got the sell signal yesterday, big impulsive breakdown. I exited most of my miners. Down more today, pretty impulsively. So at this point, to me, it looks like GDX is making a trip down to the 200-day and possibly a test of the downtrend line, which this one really comes off of right here, off the, let's find the time frame, off the May 2021 time frame. So down in here is the buy zone. All right, this is our zone of support from the 200 down. So I'll probably start accumulating, buying back positions down at the 200 and slightly lower. All right, so I like gold lower. Okay, new trade idea, CNQ. This is a oil play as well. We've got a sell signal as of today as well. So looking at the daily chart, bearish rising wedge. This pattern goes back to December. So bearish rising wedge here. Okay, negative divergence on the RSI and the PPO. We got the crossover, bearish crossover right there. And then zooming in to look at the actual price, we've got a support line that's just right about here. All right, so you zero it down on the hourly chart and you can see all these tags of support. All right, we've got, you know, one clean one there. This one they stepped in early. There's some more. Okay, well-defined support line, and there's your sell signal right there. We just got the first hourly break within the last hour. More selling so far in this hour. There's your sell signal. Now, if they recover this and it's a whipsaw, and you want to look for a daily close. All right, you want to look for a daily close down here. The more selling, the better. But that looks like a sell signal to me. So CNQ, I'm short this one as well. Levels of support. Okay, that's all I have for this morning. Again, watch those financials, XLF. Watch for that 37 level to give way. You want to see impulsive selling there. That'll be a signal that we are likely getting that leg lower. Watch for the divergences to get taken out on the hourly chart in triple Qs. You can see as I zoom in here, it's a battle right now. Okay, I can see it in the 1 minute chart. They're basically trying to hold the divergences. So the bulls keep trying to buy and the bears are pushing it down. So any lower from where we're at now, we should take out those divergences. Again, that's going to be another indication that we are very likely heading a lot lower in tech and the market in general. So financials, tech, and then I threw out some individual trade ideas. Guys, drop me a thumbs up on your way out. Check out my course. Catch you on the next one. Bye.